Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is April 2nd, 2024, and Barcelona have already began working with La Liga in order to determine how much room they have to maneuver within the financial fair play rules. Also, Aleix Garcia has lost some weight in Barcelona. And finally, a new club has joined the race for Mika Faye. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and before we begin with the news, just a quick reminder to make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps this channel continue to grow. Also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure you hit the kickback, and if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you head to Bet Us. Both links for kickback and Bet Us are down below in the description. Now, I'll begin with the news that Barcelona have began working with La Liga in order to determine how much room they have to maneuver in the summer transfer market. Now, usually operations to sign players begin in mid-April. That's when clubs begin working on signing players for the summer transfer market. That way, when the summer transfer window opens up, the operation are already on their way and clubs could just finalize the operation, seal the deal, and bring the players to their clubs. However, Barcelona right now are incapable of doing this because they have a huge financial fair play problem. Now, we all know by now that Barcelona sold a part of Barca Vision or Barca Studios to the German investment fund Libero, who failed to pay 40 million euros this winter transfer market. But not only that, Libero were also set to pay another 60 million euros this summer, which of course that's not going to happen because if they haven't paid the 40 million in the winter, they're not going to pay the 60 million in the summer. Plus, Barcelona have filed a lawsuit against Libero for not paying their due share. So this means that Barcelona are short 100 million euros and the summer transfer market has not even begun yet. And this 100 million euros is something that Barcelona had agreed to in that viability plan that they reached with La Liga. For those of you who don't recall, Barcelona negotiated a viability plan that they presented to La Liga where they promised to meet certain marks, to generate certain amount of profits to reduce the expenditure of the club by a certain amount. In exchange, La Liga allowed Barcelona to maneuver in the transfer markets. So according to this viability plan, Barcelona were counting on those 100 million euros from Libero, which they will not get. And therefore, Barcelona owe La Liga 100 million euros in financial fair play. But not only that, Barcelona will also owe La Liga another 18 million euros, which is the 18 million euros that Jean Laporta and Ferran Olivier put out of their own pocket as a bond, which this bond does expire this summer. So Barcelona will also have to come up with those 18 million euros in order to satisfy the viability plan that Barcelona agreed to with the Spanish league. Now, as I reported before, Barcelona have ruled out any big sales in the summer transfer market because they do not want to weaken the squad. Instead, they want to reinforce it. So since no big sales are going to happen in the summer, Barcelona will have to rely on new sponsors. They're going to have to rely on new investors for Barca Vision in order to make up that 118 million euros that Barcelona will owe La Liga according to the viability plan. Now, it's reported that Barcelona have already reached out to La Liga and to the people in charge of financial fair play in order to see how much margin they have to work with in the summer. They also want to see if La Liga could be a little bit more flexible with the financial fair play rules like they were in the past, because Barcelona's priority is, of course, to reinforce the pivot position and also to reinforce the left wing. But before they can begin working on operations, Barcelona need to know how much margin they have to work with in order to determine what signings they can make this summer transfer market. Now, Barcelona also need to know how much maneuver they have in the financial fair play, because not only are they looking to reinforce the pivot and the left wing, but Barcelona also have other items that are currently pending. For example, they need to register Vitor Roque's contract in the summer. As you might recall, Vitor Roque was registered thanks to that gap that Gabi left, because since Gabi was injured for the remainder of the season, La Liga allowed Barcelona to register Gabi using the space that Gabi left on the wage bill. Of course, when Gabi is back in the summer, he's fully healthy, Barcelona gonna have to find a different way to register Vitor Roque's contract. Also, Gavi himself is only registered under a court order for now, so Barcelona are gonna have to officially register him with La Liga. And finally, there is the new contract that Alejandro Valdes signed, his contract renewal that he signed with Barcelona, that Barcelona will also have to register. So these are 3 priorities that the club are going to have to deal with before they can even begin thinking about signing someone for the pivot and the left wing. So that is why Barcelona are working with La Liga right now to see if they can get some flexibility, to see how much margin they have to operate within come the summer. And speaking of the summer transfer market, as you recall, Barcelona had made their top priority to sign Girona's midfielder Aleix Garcia, the 26-year-old, who is doing pretty well with Girona during this season. He is someone who's pretty good with the ball at his feet. He's someone that combines pretty well with his teammates. And even though Barcelona had initially decided that Aleix Garcia would be Barcelona's first official signing in the summer transfer market, it seems that this priority has lost some weight and that Aleix Garcia is no longer a priority for the club. Now, the reason for this is that Aleix Garcia currently, if you look at his numbers, he wins around 55% of all of his duels. He also has a 91.6% pass accuracy percentage, which is very similar numbers to Frenkie de Jong. And Barcelona are now looking for another Frenkie. Instead, they're looking for a more physical defensive midfielder, and that is why Aleix Garcia is no longer a priority for the club. And instead, Amadou Onana is currently Deco's #1 option to reinforce the pivot position, with, of course, as I reported in a previous video, Kefren Thuram being kind of like that second or B option in case Amadou Onana does not work out. Then Barcelona could try to sign Kefren Thuram in a summer transfer market. Now, speaking of players who are physical and who do win a lot of physical duels, we have to talk now about Mika Faye, because right now a new club has joined the race for our 19-year-old rising star. Now, it's no secret that Mika Faye is absolutely killing it with Barca Athletic. He's also was killing it with Senegal during the international break, and as such, he's been catching the eye and the attention of many clubs. As I reported before, there's clubs in the French league like Lens and Lille. There is Bayern Munich. There is Manchester United. There's even Girona in La Liga, and now it's reported that Juventus have entered the race for Mika Faye. And in fact, it's reported that the Serie A club have reached out to Mika Faye's agent to let him know that they're gonna try signing Mika Faye this summer at all costs, and that they're gonna try everything they have in their book of tricks in order to try to sign our 19-year-old center back. Now, for now, Mika Faye does prioritize staying in Barcelona. However, he will not spend another season with Barca Athletic. So as I mentioned in yesterday's live podcast, Barcelona are gonna have to make a decision pretty soon on what to do with Mika Faye, whether they're gonna have to offload some center backs on the first team, since Barcelona does have a surplus of center backs, and if so, which center backs is going to be in order to make space for Mika Faye, or maybe sending Mika Faye on loan for 1 season so he can continue his growth and development. But whatever decision it is, Barcelona are going to have to make it pretty soon, because the pressure continues to mount on Barcelona as more and more clubs join the race for the 19-year-old center back. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like. Also, I would like to invite all of you to please leave a comment down below, giving me all your thoughts and opinions about all the news that I share with you. And finally, I would like to invite all of you to please subscribe to the channel so you can stay current on all the latest news in regards to our beloved club, FC Barcelona. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. And as always, Peace, Barça.